Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Brooke if you're new here, and if you're not new here, you already know me. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's not going to be focused around writing, and it's going to be focused a little bit more around self-improvement. So lately I've been thinking about kind of just the new year and change and what's coming in the future. And I kind of have been thinking that there are a lot of things that I could do to better myself and better my quality of life and my physical and mental health. And I decided that I'm going to be doing a series of not necessarily challenges, they're gonna look like challenges, but just things that I wanna do to improve myself. So it's gonna be a series and it's gonna be called Getting My Life Together. I feel like people do New Year's resolutions and there's a lot of pressure on people to new year, new me, whatever, but I'm gonna start now. I don't need a new year as an excuse to start bettering myself, and I think that getting in the mindset early can be really good and really helpful. Each video in this series is going to be focused on a certain topic. I'll be explaining real actionable steps that I can take to achieve these goals. Right now in this list, they're not really measurable or quantifiable goals, but they will be in the videos. That's part of the process, is quantifying them and listing steps to how I can achieve them. So the first thing on my list that I want to try and do is quit coffee. I think that November is going to be my month for that. I'm not 100% sure if that is going to work. We'll see kind of what's going on in November. November is NaNoWriMo, so I'm not sure if that's the smartest choice, but we'll see. The reason I want to quit coffee is because, number one, it's not great for you, like anything that tastes good. And I find myself kind of relying on it for energy, and I don't really want to be doing that. And I drink more now than I did before. I work at home now and I find myself drinking more of it. It doesn't make my stomach feel good and it makes me very anxious, and I know that that's a thing. That's what coffee does to people with anxiety. My second one, which goes hand in hand with the less coffee, is more water. I want to drink more water. Again, right now I haven't really quantified this, but I will in that video. So I think the coffee and water thing are going to go together as a challenge for, say, 30 days. And with the water one, I mean, everybody could use a little bit more hydration. I drink a lot of coffee, which isn't good for you, and replacing that with water is probably the easiest way to start drinking more water. So that one I'm really excited for. I mean, drinking water has so many benefits for your health overall, so I just would like to try it out. The third thing on my list is to use my phone less. So right now, my average screen time is probably about 9 or 10 hours, which not all of that is time spent staring at my phone. I listen to a lot of YouTube, as all of you guys probably know, and a lot of you probably do as well. And that, even if it's just music, it still counts as screen time because it's YouTube music, so the screen is on. I don't have the thing where you can like turn your phone, like the screen off, whatever. So I would like to cut down on my screen time a lot. Number 5 is to declutter before the new year. So this goes hand in hand with another one, which is become more minimalistic. So I want to do a big kind of like Marie Kondo type declutter before the new year, and I want to go into the new year with like a clear mind, which is kind of part of my term that I want to use for this, is like a life reset. So in doing a life reset, you feel refreshed and kind of ready for the new year. So decluttering is a big thing. I have a big thing about clutter. I don't really enjoy clutter, but sometimes I'm not the best at keeping spaces uncluttered. So I want to work on that, and I want to do a big declutter of possessions, because if you have less possessions, the less clutter you will have. Number 6 is to start exercising again. I don't really feel like I need to explain how important exercise is, but it is very important. I used to exercise a lot, but now I don't really feel comfortable going to the gym because of what's going on. Even though our gym is open, we've had our memberships on hold, and home workouts, it's not that I don't like them, but I find them very hard to stay consistent with because you're not in a gym setting. I've already kind of started to get myself on the path of working out more. I've been stretching in the morning, things like that, just easing my way into it. So next year I'm hoping to kind of ramp that up. I would really like to get back to how fit I was in like university. I just have like no muscle anymore, so I would like to put on some muscle. Number 7 is a really random one, and it's something that will definitely fit into another category later, and it's going to be just kind of a step towards a bigger goal, but I want to start dusting regularly. I feel like adults dust. I don't dust, and I don't like things being dusty, but It's a hard thing to keep up with, and I want to develop kind of a routine that includes dusting. This is such a weird one, don't even ask. Number 8 is gratitude. So I've been doing some gratitude journaling this month. I definitely have not been as consistent with it as I would like. You're gonna see that in my 30 days of gratitude journaling video that's gonna come at the start of November. But I wanna be consistent with gratitude, whether it's written or just thought. I want to make time in my day for that every day. Number 9 is consistent skincare. I will not complain about my skin, like it's fine. But there's definitely times where I'm like, yeah, you know, I probably could have prevented this by not touching my face, or like by, you know, not forgetting to wash my face for a couple of days. Like, sometimes I just don't do as much as I should with my skin, and I'm trying to develop like a skincare routine with products that are targeted towards certain things, but it's difficult and it's a lot of trial and error, and I'd really like to nail down a skincare routine next year. Number 10, I want to start scheduling life admin days. So if you don't know what a life admin day is, it's basically a day that you take out of your week to do a bunch of small tasks that aren't necessarily hard, but you need to get them done. So if you're scheduling appointments, or for me right now, I need to put in some insurance claims for eye appointments and things like that. It's just little nagging tasks that you don't really want to do, but scheduling out time in your week to sit down and do them makes it so much better. Just chunk them all together and get them done. So Sunday morning or afternoon would likely be my life admin day, and I'll definitely make a video about that. I'm gonna make a video about all of these. Number 11 was to become more of a minimalist. So not only in the things that I currently own, but in the purchases that I make going forward. So that's something that I've really been thinking about in the last couple years, not even just in terms of decluttering and owning less, but being more sustainable, things like that, just trying to be more conscious of stuff, you know? Number 12 is a really, really important one, and I think that this is something that everyone should take steps toward, is doing more of what makes me happy and taking control of my own happiness. And Sarah LeBrat made a great video the other day. I'm gonna link it in the description because it was just so great and it was so inspiring, and it just made me want to do things that make me happy. What I mean by this is that I want to pinpoint and recognize the things that bring me joy and intentionally do them more often. I like things to smell good. I like air fresheners. We have these Bath & Body Works plugins. I just ordered a bunch of smelly stuff from Bath & Body Works. I love fall smells. I love pumpkin. I love cinnamon. I love mocha. I love latte scented stuff. And it's stuff like that that's super small, and it's really easy to forget about, but I want to be more intentional with doing things that make me happy instead of just coasting through and wondering why I'm not happy. Number 13 is to plan my outfits the night before and create a functional morning routine. I really wish that I was a guy sometimes, because I could just throw on a pair of jeans. I almost said a pair of t-shirt. I could just throw on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt like Mark Zuckerberg did, and just, you know, wear the same outfit every day. But unfortunately, I can't do that. I think people would look at me weird if I just owned like 7 of the same t-shirt and just wore them to work every day. They would probably notice, I think. I want to start picking my outfits out the night before, and to create a functional morning routine. So I like routine. I really thrive on routine, but sometimes I find it hard to stick to, which is really weird and contradictory, but I do like routine. I want to have a routine of what I do from the time I get up at 5 a.m. to when I have to start work at 8:30 or whatever. It's gonna look a little different when I have to go back to work. I'm currently working at home, but we'll take that as it comes. Number 14 is to be more intentional, and an example of this that I put was set quarterly goals. So I know that goal setting is very powerful, and it's a very great practice to get into. And I've been doing it monthly since I started AuthorTube, and I do monthly updates where I talk about my goals and how I did. I reflect on my goals from the previous month and set goals for the new month. And I want to start doing that quarterly as well. So the quarterly goals will be bigger, but I think that setting quantifiable, measurable goals, SMART goals, if you will, that's a term that I learned when I was in university, and I think everybody should know how to set SMART goals. SMART is an acronym. Can't remember what it stands for right now. I know M is measurable. I say that all the time. But I really think that being more intentional with your goal setting is great. Being intentional with your time, with your life, just overall, I think my word for 2021 is going to be intentional. I just like it. I use it a lot. I say it way too much. Number 15 is to find a good podcast. And this could be kind of mixed into a larger goal. I don't know. I'm going to sort them out later, and I'm definitely going to add goals but I want to find a good podcast. Leave your recommendations down below. I would love to hear what kind of podcasts you listen to. I am not opposed to anything, so just let me know. 16 is to be more mindful. So whether this is gratitude, being more intentional, whatever. I would like to try kind of manifesting. I've heard about that. I've never practiced it. I think it would be a cool thing to start doing. But being more mindful, again, this is not a quantifiable thing. I have not listed anything, but I will be in the video that I talk about it in. Number 17 is to create an intentional reading list for 2021. There's that word again, intentional. But I want to read a lot of self-improvement books or self-development books. I have a few here by different people. I have Side Hustle by Chris Gilbo, and I have a book by Arlene Dickinson. I have quite a few. I really want to get Atomic Habits. I've heard that Atomic Habits is incredible. And I do have some fantasy books, of course, on my book list, but I want to create a reading list with a lot of self-development. Number 18, and the final one that I'm going to talk about in this video, is to create my 2021 bucket list. I have started to create my 2021 bucket list. I have a few things on it, and I don't know if I'm going to complete all of them or not. They're a little bit out there. After 2020, I feel like I just need to go for it. I feel like I just need to do the things that I want to do and just do it instead of being scared and holding back. I just feel like after 2020, I'm just like, look what the world can throw at you. What's the point in just sitting around and letting life come at you? With the 2021 bucket list, I want to create a vision board. I've never created a vision board, but I would like to. I think that I'm going to use Shutterfly to print pictures and get them mailed to me. I've used it once before. They're great, and not sponsored, obviously. But I'm gonna try them out again. That's it for my getting my life together / life reset. If you guys want to know more about how I'm doing this, how it's going, what I'm doing, there is gonna be a playlist. I will link it at the end of this video, and I will link it in the description. I'm really excited to get started on this. I'm excited to go on this journey and take you guys with me. I would love if you guys would join me for these challenges. If you're interested in trying anything out, let me know. I will be an accountability buddy. I would love that. I would love for you guys to participate in this. If any of these things are something that you guys want to be doing, then by all means join in. I'm going to list these, I think, in the description, just so you guys can get a sense of the videos that are coming in this series. But that's it for this video, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see the rest of these awesome life reset videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.